there's not going to be words that are going to satisfy both the team, organization, fan base. Words are at this point like, I would love to put a muzzle on. Like we need to fix things and fast. And it's everyone, including myself, and starting with me. And you move on from there because we've played one game of complimentary football and we have one win. Everything else, I don't care at this point the whys. I just want the direct focus and the corrections, and you do that by working, not talking.
Taught not to assume anything in journalism, and since Tua leads the league in interceptions, I guess we probably should ask you, will he take all the first team practice snaps this week, and will he be your starter for the next several weeks, barring injury?
Yeah, he's going to take the snaps this week, and he's going to be our starter this week. And my expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks.
All right. Was that a little shot, or how you reading in Mike's little shot at the end there on Tua, on Mike about Tua?
I think the time for joking has passed.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's laughing right now about too much over there.
I mean, man, that would have been great. Like, if they were 6-1
or his preseason,
or 500,
or his preseason, you throw a couple of picks.
Man,
yeah,
oh, man,
11 touchdowns, 11 turnovers now for Tua.
I mean, he's probably good for 3 or 4. I don't know about 10, but Atlanta should get after him pretty good.
They've been showing the plays and the ball on the ground and throwing the ball.
I can't believe they're still talking about this stuff.
Well,
nationally, and I know that like Tua starting is a big thing.
Yeah, that, by the way,
I'm with you. By the way, I thought there's no chance they're gonna bench that guy.
Yeah. So I guess that's the one that gets me. I don't know if anybody noticed that became one of the highest paid guys last year, and they owe him a lot of money. Why are you?
Well, it'd be one of the first things I personally would do, but I know that they're not.
Right. Okay. And
Chris is dug in on that pick, man. He ain't going anywhere.
And Woody, you're not alone. You're not alone. I've actually had people tell me they agree with you. So,
and just to follow that up, I know it's not all Tua's fault, but man, does he stink? And if you're going to stink, just be the best at that.
So,
right? Let Quinn Ewers play. Let Zach Wilson play.
The one position that you can't have struggling like this is quarterback.
Well, it's not going to get any better.
Especially when he's one of the highest paid guys in the league and he's playing like this. Because you got to bring up money. Because, by the way, when you type a lot of money with one guy, it ties up a lot of your salary cap. Then you got to go out and get a whole bunch of cheap free agents. So I just look at this, and I'm laughing because they're doing it again this morning. It says Tua will remain QB1, and they're showing all the highlights. We're watching a pick six now.
That throw to H.M. was so bad.
Tyson Campbell just and throwing one at whether it was going to be a backwards pass or an incomplete pass. That one, remember, tipped up in the air.
You think they run this stuff at practice? Like, I don't know what that play design is where H.N.'s going out and like the there were 2 guys on him, but do they run that in practice?
I don't think Tua always sees it, but he is. Yeah,
I go our defense stinks, so maybe it is easier in practice. But
they use that play to him 5, 6, 7 times a game. Yeah, they go both ends and hope to get good blocking out in front where he can. They're trying different ways to get their best player the football, and
leading them to the sideline. I don't know, man.
It's blown up a lot too. Yes, it's got its moments where it's great, but it's also had its moments where it's almost a disaster, like it was the other day. So the other part of this is the trade deadline coming up here, and there's so many different parts to it. First of all, who signs off on it? Who makes the decision? Because if you do start trading guys for draft picks, then you've officially, and by the way, I don't think these guys can do it because they're trying to save jobs right now. And they're like, hey, you guys got to get better. We got to start winning some games. We got to show them we can put together a little win streak. So we put all this yap out there on hold, man, and try to tie it up. So I don't know, short of 1-8. And that's
where you're setting the number.
No. I knew you were going to do that. I'm just saying I don't know if they're going to do it, but I do know this. There's 3 guys that's names. Paul's not mentioned. Patrick Paul, left tackle, you're keeping. You did a great job. 2nd round pick. Great pick. Guy's really good. Don't touch that. Achane, still a really young guy. Yes, you're going to have to pay him some money here at some point. You don't, clearly the best player on your team. Not even close. We can't even do we can't even put 3 guys together, and Achane's the best player. I mean, he is, even when you're really bad, you go, wow, we were really bad today, but Achane was really good. And then the other one is Waddle, even though we still haven't figured out how to use him. Which, honestly, there's a lot of guys making a lot of money, been around this game, making a lot of decisions offensively for a long time. They're considered to be really smart guys, and really, they can't figure out how to get Waddle the ball more than one time. They target him 4 times. And the second part is, if Waddle would have got hurt when he went back in the game and that ball was thrown back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you could say, well, does it really matter? Well, I don't want to see one of your best players that you do pay to come watch. The ball's thrown inside by Hewers, and he got clobbered. He came back, put his hands up, he's in there, and the guy jacks him, and he lays there for a second because he came down hard on his back. The question is, you took out your key guys. You took out Tua, you took out Achane, and you took out Waddle. And Achane or Waddle, I'm watching it. Like, this is not made up. They're standing away. They're not even over by Mike. They're standing down a little bit because they're done and they're over, I'm sure, talking about, man, we suck today or something, whatever they were talking about on the sideline. But Waddle goes back in the game. Down 25 points, and you put him back in. And I don't care if you're shorthanded. I know at that point, one of your wide receivers and one of your tight ends out. But I don't care what you do. You don't put Waddle back in there and then throw him an out route. And again, it's just you wait till that moment, and now you throw your 4th target to him. It's just, I guess nobody brought it up yesterday. I thought it was a head scratcher at the time. But I don't know how he has 1 catch for 15 yards. What you're paying him, he's waited to be the number 1 guy. He knew when Tyreek went down, we all talked about it. Hey, man, it's his time to step up. And I want to hear about, well, they really keyed on him. Because, there's a few guys that are playing in this league. They get keyed on every week, and they find a way to get them the ball. They find a way to get them the ball. And yet, it's amazing how people can take things we like to do or players we like to throw to out of game plans. It's incredible to me. And again, we got guys with coordinator names who have been coordinators on other teams, and Mike's pretty sharp guy, and yet we can't figure out. First, they took our deep passing game away, and whatever, you're supposed to read between the lines why that happened a couple years ago. We can't do it anymore. The old new too deep just took us out of that. So you're going, okay, so, and they're selling us on the short passing game. Now we got a problem. Hell, we have a problem getting Tyreek the ball, actually, but we can't get Jalen Waddle the ball. That can't get him the ball. I don't know.
He's got to go because he's going to get toxic too, right? I would think.
Who?
Jalen Waddle.
No, I'm not getting rid of him.
I think you got to get rid of these guys while they have value, though, man. First of all, you're going to get the guy killed.
Woody, what are you talking about?
You have to start moving guys while they have value.
You got to keep some of your best young players. These are 3 young players. What are you talking about? Get rid of Waddle.
You got to
What are you talking about? First of all, they're hard to find.
You have to start moving on from these guys, man. If they have value, Joe, this thing is bottoming out.
All right, so Paul, Achane, and Waddle have value. They have the most value. You want to get rid of all 3 of them?
I would probably keep Paul. But outside of that, I don't think there's anyone that I wouldn't move on this team.
Wow. Well, you and I disagree in a big way.
And Achan's a very good player. Running back can be addressed relatively easily.
Not like that.
And the problem is, man, too, like you got to look at their personalities. Like Waddle, I don't think is going to be thrilled going through a rebuild.
If he comes to you at that point, he's not. I don't think that's his personality.
That's the other problem, too, is these guys got to realize this is going to be bad for a while. They're not going to snap their fingers and fire everyone, and all of a sudden next year they're good.
I got to tell you,
this is going to be a long time here, man.
If you figure it out from the top, you can flip it around pretty quickly if you know what you're doing. No,
I know, but
I mean,
you're talking about teams that hit a jackpot on a quarterback. I know. You're looking at like Washington or whatever, and they're
no. I'm talking about a team closer to home. I'm talking about the Patriots.
The Patriots are bad for a while, though. Well, not that long, but
Woody, Jesus. First of all, you and I
so you think the Dolphins next year are just going to luck into some stuff and just be good?
What are you just going to do? You're just going to get rid of everybody and just flip the whole thing? You got to keep your key young players. You got to keep your key young guys. One's the first round, one's the third round, one's the second round. You got to keep them. They're really good players. You will get a lot of calls on all three of those guys. They're going to want a left tackle, the fastest running back in the game, and Waddle.
So someone called and offered you a first for Waddle, you wouldn't take it?
I don't think that's going to happen. Now you just throwing out more stuff, but like you got a guy can play. I just don't.
I think there are going to be teams out there that are going to get desperate, that really need that extra receiver to get over the hump. Hell, look at the Bucs. The Bucs are a Super Bowl caliber team. They lost their receiver for the season last night.
I don't think they're going to give you a first round pick for Waddle.
I have no idea what he's worth, but I got to think it'd be first, second range, right? I mean, he's a really good player, but
first of all, the fact you want to get rid of all our guys, our best players. We only got a couple. We only got a couple good young players.
Got to do something.
Well, you got other guys. They want to move. I'm not sure they'll move anybody, but I'm throwing this out there.
Well, if no one gets fired, they don't put any pressure on anyone. Yeah, no one probably will get moved
unless it comes from the top. Hey, we let's load up on some draft picks. Let's load up and see if we can't do some things. All right, we gotta go to break.
Made a good point. Why would Greer start moving guys and gaining assets for whoever is going to take his job?
Right.
Yep.
Agree. By the way, why would those guys? You think the head coach want to change? No. Give us more time. We want to. No. Don't do that. Because if you're doing that, then you're saying we're not good at our jobs. No, I get it. You're right to that point. But that's still a separate point about the trade stuff of who you're going to keep and not keep. And there's three guys.
Omar's very upset. He said you didn't answer my question.
Who?
You did. You dodged the question. Would you take a first for Waddle? It's okay, man.
Probably
they've bottomed out. It is what it is.
Probably not. I probably would not.
You would not.
Probably not.
You'd tell him, hey, just be a trooper here. In 2 or 3 years, we'll be good again, and that would be what you'd tell him.
First of all, I'd count on who the team is and where their first round pick is. That would have something to do with it. I mean, there's other little things, Omar, while you're doing this show and kissing to his ass morning, noon, and night while he's bringing in stuff. If he wants to call in, tell him to call in.
I got to tell you, this team is making you very, very angry.
No, you say, but you want to get rid of it.
It's not a dumb thing to say, Joe.
No, but you want to blow up I do. Got three guys, jackass. You can't get rid of all your best guys.
The thing up.
You want to blow up everything on every
team.
Joe,
the worst. They're so bad. You have to start looking ahead towards the future.
You want to get rid of.
I get you want to keep these guys because they're good players. I completely get that. Where you're coming from.
They're good young players, not guys 30, 31, 32. We've done that. All right, we got to go to break here. We'll come back. You and Omar, you guys get back. Get some more questions together. We can do this stuff. Omar, great to have you on the show this morning, Mr.
Stop yelling at Omar.
To a great percentage.
Leave Omar alone. He said Giants, by the way.
He's what?
Said the Giants might be interested.
Oh,
they do need a receiver.
Way to go, Omar, man. You. Hey, Omar.
The Dolphins.
Hey, Omar, can you do me a favor? Look up some more great stats on Tua, who's got 11 turnovers and 11 touchdowns.
He's
so
the
far
second most
year.
accurate quarterback in the history of football. Relax.
Well, then what?
Who's number one, by the way?
I don't
know. Tua is number two, who's number one?
I don't know. There's a lot of guys. He say all time or just on our team?
I think he said all time.
First of all, you got to throw that.
He might be. I mean, I throws a million screen passes a game.
No, I mean, he does have a high percentage, but I don't know what that has to do with quarterback play. I know a lot of guys that finish their careers in the 60%, 67, 68%, and they're called the greatest players to ever play the game.